rich in Hollywood with a yacht out here on my, that could be my yacht right there. Imagine it's valued at $200,000, but I wouldn't want that damn yacht if I couldn't go back over in the black neighborhood and protest a black woman being raped. The hell with the yacht. The hell with the championship. So I want the people to know this, you understand?
He believes in his religion, and his stand is based wholly on that. Clay's induction refusal cost him his title, and he faces a possible 5-year prison sentence.
Out of that protest by Colin Kaepernick, 49ers quarterback knelt instead of standing during the national anthem at last night's game. He was not alone.
Is quarterback Doug Williams of the Washington Redskins.
The first black quarterback to start a Super Bowl, the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. I tell you what, I hope Doug Williams does.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. And let me start by saying happy Juneteenth to all my people. You know who you are. It used to be a point in time where black athletes couldn't even share the same locker room or even the same hotel as their white counterparts. But through perseverance, determination, we were able to fight, and make a difference in this world. I'm going to tell you about 6 athletes who stared racism in the face through harassment, death threats, and flat-out evil, and made a difference and made people realize that the movement will not be televised. Frederick Pollard became one of the first black players in the NFL and led the Akron Pros to their first NFL championship. The following year, he became the first black head coach of the same team. Charlie Sifford paved the way for Tiger Woods in the golf game. He attempted to qualify for the Phoenix Open in 1952 following an invitation from pro boxer Joe Louis. Despite harassment, death threats, and full-go racism, he continued to play and joined the PGA Tour in 1961. He went on to play in 422 tournaments with 51 top 10 finishes. That includes wins at the 1967 Greater Hartford Open and the 1969 Los Angeles Open. Before Venus and Serena Williams tore up the tennis court, Althea Gibson was the first black woman to compete on the World Tennis Tour and the first to win a Grand Slam title in 1956. She racked up 6 Grand Slam singles titles and became the New Jersey State Commissioner of Athletics. Then she took on the position of the Governor's Council in Physical Fitness. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was canceled before they had cancel culture. He actually was the first one to sit through the national anthem, stating that the flag represents, quote, oppression and tyranny. Now, doesn't that sound familiar? That went against his Islamic faith, and he received a 1-game suspension. Now, the NBA would work out a deal where he would stand for the anthem, but he would still be able to bow his head in prayer, which was very controversial at the time. Not too long after this, Abdul was never heard from again, but he says he has no regrets because he stood on his morals and his principles. It's not just about money. You got to stand up for what you believe in. Salute to Abdul-Rauf. If you've read the book and seen that movie Glory Road, then you know exactly who's coming up next. The 1966 Texas Western basketball team, now known as University of Texas El Paso, or UTEP if you're in the area, they became the first basketball team in any major college where the starting 5 were all black. Not only that, but they pulled off a miracle season by beating Kentucky 72-65 for the national title. The team faced so many issues because of their race, and people were so angry that they won that nobody brought a ladder for them to cut down the net. They weren't invited on the Ed Sullivan Show. And it was bad. We all know that. But, and them winning the national championship, they helped promote the desegregation of athletics in the SEC, which had its first black basketball player in 1967. Before Wilder, before Tyson, before Holyfield, before Ali, before Joe Louis, there was Jack Johnson, the first black heavyweight boxing champion that white folks hated. This is way before Floyd Mayweather. White people were so desperate to see him lose that they would run in the ring and pick up his opponents after he knocked them down to get him to keep fighting. Well, in 1910, Jack Johnson's toughest test would come. He faced a fighter named James Jeffries who was undefeated. Jeffries said in a pre-fight, quote, "I'm going into this fight with the sole purpose of proving that a white man is better than a Negro." Johnson would make Jeffries eat his words and knocked him out in the 15th round, giving Jeffries his first loss of his professional career. The news was spread like wildfire and would spark riots all across the United States. Are you mad or no? Are you mad or no? Are you mad? Let me know. So why don't you let me know some African American athletes that you think made a significant impact on our culture. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Continue to hit like and hit subscribe, and please support your boy, man. I'm Rico McGee. This has been the Sports Minute, and as always, I'll see you in a minute.